So I've got a tag and flower head stamps and the dies, various collector's editions, a bit of rice paper, a bit of book pages, and see where we end up. So let's get some gesso to start with, and let's cover the tag with some gesso. I'm just going to sponge it on because it's going to get covered. Right, there we are. So we've covered the tag. We'll wait and let's do the rice paper next. We'll just give that a dry. We'll use slap it on mat to put the rice paper on. So again, little brush. Right, so let's just tear that. I think we'll get down to there. Just tear. You can wet the edges and be a bit more precise. Cover that. Put some on the back of the rice paper so that we can move it around a bit. That'll be fine. And then stick that on there. And then, oops, that's probably too much. Go from the outside, sorry, the inside out. So we get rid of any bubbles. Just go around the edges. Let's just tuck that over the edge. Tuck that over the edge. And then we can put the rest back in the bottle. So we haven't got right up to the edges, but that doesn't matter because we can add kind of paint. Right. So there's the rice paper, and there, just smooth that over with my finger. And while that's still wet, let's get some more gesso. And add this to the edges. Because I don't want that to show up fully, so that will be fine. So let's just dry that. that's right, so we've done white gesso. Let's just add some, this one, dragonfire. Add this. Let's see what other colours. Let's go for green. We've got Run Forest Run. Oh, actually, while that's still a bit wet, let's find the hole for the tag, and it's around there. Smaller brush, push that through. There we are. So let's add some more green. It just doesn't show up that much. I'll do. Let's dry that off. Red a stencil. Let's go for the leaves. This is out of the new magazine. So let's put these in the corner. We'll just use some tree grit for this. Right, so that's one corner. We do that. Let's put a bit of that in this corner. That's fine. Maybe a little bit at the top. Do that. And then, ooh, smudge that. Never mind. Let's put that straight in water. And then, oh, what should we do next? Better dry this first. Let's add some more white. And then let's get a darker colour then to olive waistcoat. Ooh, gosh, that's far too much. Let's water this down. And then let's hold it at an angle and brush it on the corner, and then we'll get some drips coming down. And then get a spray bottle. Let's see. There we are. I think that looks okay. Let's go up the sides. Let's dry that a little bit, and then we'll add some more. Where it's smudged in this top bit, it looks a bit like crackle. Well, let's add a bit more. Oops. Because I'm not too bothered about seeing the bird, because we're going to add something over the top anyway for a focal point. Let's go around the edges. We probably need a bit more on the bottom. I'm just going to you'll probably put a flower. Well, I will put a flower over the top. Let's get some more. And then spray that. Oh. Right, so let's just add a fraction more over there. Now I'm going to leave that to dry. So let's just put that over there. Let that dry. Just wipe on here. So one of the techniques I'm going to do is cutting out with a scalpel the flowers. So I shared a card on I Live Indigo Blue kind of this week, or was it yesterday, 30th of June, and let me just get my cutting mat. Let's put that on there. So I've used the flower from Flower Heads. I've stamped and embossed, and then what we're going to do is get a really sharp scalpel. Let's see where we go with this. Let me put my glasses on. So I'm going to cut in these shapes here and cut these out. It might be too big, kind of as a focal point, but we'll see where we go. So I'm just going to go on the inside. Keep your hand pretty still and move the card round rather than moving your hand. Right, so now I'll move the card round, and then we'll just go on the inside. Let's turn that, turn, turn, turn. There we are. So we've got one cut out. Could do something dark to show. So let's do the next one. So I am cutting them out with the scalpel before I cut the flower out, because once you do that you haven't got as much then to hold on to. So oh, that's my tummy rumbling. I'm not sure whether you can hear that. Let's see. That's 2. Now let's start at the top. I'm left-handed, so it's probably easier to do it with follow the line on the right hand side of your scalpel blade. If you're right-handed, it's probably best to do it the other way around, so your line's on the other side, because then you can see the line as you cut in. There. Should we cut that bit out? No. Let's follow the line round, moving the card rather than your hand. Make sure it's in shot. Let's see. Don't have to be perfect. There, another one, and then the last one. Because we are going to paint the flower as well for the bits that are left in. So you could always leave a bit more to the edge of the. There we are. So you can see that through there. I have got some card I'm going to use on the back of there. So let's put that one away. I didn't make a mess, so I didn't need the other one. Move this away. Right, so now we'll cut out the flower. It's relatively easy shape to cut. I'm not bothered about going too close to the edges because of having the insides cut. Let's go around. out. So there, we've got that cut out. We can stick that on the paper. I think what we'll do is we'll colour, put some white gesso on the paper. There we are. And have it burning bonfire. This is a little bit gloopy. Let's add some water to that. There we are. Bit random, but on my cloth. So that then we can stick that on there. And then cut that out. Let's see the best way of doing that. Let's try that first, and then try that. Maybe if I just ink the edge of this. Let me just ink the edge. It's only so I've got an outline. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. So I just want to be able to cut the line so we can glue this to the back of there. So we'll cut right up to this edge. And then we can see this through where the scalpel is, where I've cut out. So we've got that bit, and then let's use this paint, and we might need a darker bit as well, so we'll use the Dragonfire. So let's wet this. Some of that off. Don't want it. I haven't got water on that edge. Let's put water on there so it'll blend. So we now want some darker. Add a bit more water to that. That's not moving about as much as I thought it would. Like that. Because that's dried. Let's wet that. Let's see if that then shows up. It's not too bad. Maybe we'll add some white. Don't particularly want my fingerprint, but add a bit of white in there. Let's see if that doesn't look too bad. You can see the different. Let's work that up. Okay, so we've got, that's going to be our focal point. So then I've also cut out these die cuts. So we've got the actual die cuts, and then we've got the waist as well. Let's move that one. So we probably want these to be a bit darker. So we'll use the olive grove. Right, so let's get rid of that off the brush. Leave that to dry. Let's use, in fact, if I just put that on the mat and then dip the leaves in, I think that's probably a better effect. Oops. And then we'll get a different colours. Use all this as well. We can always add more colour then once we've got, because it might look a bit, it look dark enough. Let's use a different green now. Let's use peppermint tea. And Henry's joined us again. You're noisy, aren't you? Eh? You're noisy. Let's add some of this, just with the brush, I think. and then these will need to dry. I think. Let's see. There we are. So let's dry these. Okay, this isn't quite dry yet neither, so let's dry this as well. Let's see how this all comes together. Well, that we want to stick on there. And then we're going to put that on there like that. Maybe we put it lower down so we can see that little bit of the bird in the background. And then shall we use those leaves? Should we put that in the background? We put that in? No, I don't think we'll use that. I think we'll just use these. But I do think those aren't going to stand out enough, so we need to add some pen lines perhaps to those. If we had maybe one down there, maybe that can go that way, and then we can have a big leaf as well perhaps. Maybe do that. So with these leaves then, so if you get well, you just need a fine liner, and then all we're going to do is scribble the lines down there, and then kind of just follow the edges. Let's go up, follow the edges. Still not used to doing these videos, so still got a shaky hand. Never mind. Doesn't have to be exact. It probably looks better being a scribbly line than a solid line. That one's not close enough to the edge, I don't think. Let's go up there. And then, oh, there's too many holes in this, I think. A sketchy line. Not sure I like this, so we'll see kind of when we've, I think that might be better just as it was. You can probably see it better there with the lines. let's add some stamping to this. So we've got, we're stamping black, but we've also got some orange, so let's do curly swirly. Let's do that on the edge. Oh, let's see, we've got a little bit on there. That's okay. Maybe down, maybe have a bit down here where the line's gonna go. Should have some, I normally put numbers on, but let's do a few. Let's see. I'm not sure about them. Well, they're a bit wonky. Hopefully those will be covered up with a flower. Yeah. And then this is one of my favourites. Grungy little circles. There we are. Let's move that. Let's see, so what we can do is, let's see, where's a small brush? We could use dragonfire. In fact, I've got a small ball tool. Possibly not. No, I might have to use, no, we'll stick with the brush. Let's put some on there. So then we just want to dip the end of the brush in and go in these circles. And just do an odd number. It's easier if you've just got a small ball tool and just dip it in the paint and then dip it in. It'll pick out the colour off the flower. Do some up in this top bit. Maybe just one or two here. There we are. So that's the orange dragonfire. Let's stick this to here. So using some grab and go. Just put a few dots. I'm just going to put it on my hand to get rid of some of the excess and move that around. So now, let's see. There we are. Oh, it's off my finger. Smudge those bits. Those look okay. So we could add some paper. You could add a bit of this, maybe in the background. Where are we going to put that? We're going to put that there. Just cut that bit off. Then we've got these. Oh, I'm not sure whether they'll show up enough. I think that looks better coming forward. We'll hide some of that. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. No, do it like that. Do need something in the background. I'm not sure. Let's make that smaller. Maybe if we stamped on there, stamp that with that. And then maybe ink the edges as well. I might show up a bit more. Not sure I'm going to do those, but probably shows up a bit more. We do some highlight of white on there. Get a, let's use that white. Yeah. That doesn't show up. Not sure about that neither. Never mind. It shows up a little bit, but not as much as I thought. I think we'll stick that to that. Maybe we won't bother with that. Let's stick that to that. I don't want those both down there, so I think that looks do we need anything in the background? What have we got? Let's see, we've got a bit of fabric. That go in the background. No, that takes away from the flower itself. What else have we got? Well, these are one of the leaves that I did before. Would that go on? No. I think we'll leave it with that. And then I think I'll put foam pads on the flower. Yeah, just on those bits and stick it down elsewhere. So let's move that. It doesn't, I like the idea of it sticking off the edge. Right. And then have to cut that down. Let's cut that down so that sticks there. And then we'll have this one coming over the top. The glue will dry clear, so that and then maybe we have a sentiment or we have some words. Let's see, we've got some stickers from the Bloom Create Inspire. Let's use those. Yeah, let's do that. Bloom. Should we put that one? No, put that higher up. Put that there. Oops. Oh, I've got fingerprint on that now. Bloom. Try and get it straight. And create. And then that should go further over really, shouldn't it? Should I put it? No. Stick it off there. There. Bloom Create Inspire. There we are. I think put a bit of paper underneath so you can see that, and then I'll take a photo separately. So that's a bit of an ad hoc tag then for you.